Give it to me like.
All right, let's get it. What's up, vets? Military, active duty. Hey, just getting on here to give y'all an update on VA disability claims for sinusitis and rhinitis. Tune in. Y'all gonna like this one. All right, so first off, the VA, if you cannot differentiate, so it's two things. If you can't differentiate your sinusitis from your rhinitis, the VA, they're going to combine them together. As well as if you don't have a diagnosis for both, you're submitting a claim to get benefits for both. For sinusitis, you get anywhere from 0 to 50%. For rhinitis, average, there is no 0%. There's a 10 to 50. And then in some serious cases, veterans can get 100% for rhinitis alone. If you don't have a diagnosis for both, the VA, they're going to lump them in together. And I'm going to show you a picture. He was recently diagnosed, well, he was recently service-connected for both, but they lumped them in together. Now, I'm not sure if this is just something, the VA is classifying, okay, they're both upper respiratory issues, or if it's because the veteran didn't have a clear distinction between the two. And you can clear up some issues by having a diagnosis for both, as well as go as far as get a CAT scan. When you're having a episode, sinuses is all fucking flaring up and shit, get that CAT scan. Go in, any VA disability, well, not disability, but any VA medical center should be able to be walk-in. Like, find the nearest location, prior to having an attack, a flare-up. Call them, ask them what's their availability, and worst case, you can always go into the ER. But hey, I need a CAT scan. All this things is going on with me. I'm trying to get these benefits, trying to build this medical evidence so I could differentiate the two and get the benefits that I deserve. Now, let me throw it up right here. As you can see, the veteran here has a couple of claims in. However, when they filed for rhinitis and sinusitis, I'm sure more than likely the veteran didn't have a diagnosis for both. However, they filed a claim for both conditions. However, likely they didn't provide a personal statement to clearly differentiate the two and the symptoms associated with one another, as well as they didn't have a diagnosis for both. So to negate not being able to get, 30 or 50% for sinusitis and or 10 to 50% for rhinitis, get a diagnosis, get treatment separate. You have to be evaluated and get this stuff. Now, back to your boy. And that's, so, I was talking to one of my veteran friends. He was able to get sinusitis and rhinitis service-connected both at the same time because he has a diagnosis for sinusitis as well as one for sinusitis. And how did he do this? Continued medical treatment, continued medical support, as well as whenever he's experiencing an issue, he goes into the VA or into the ER, he gets a CAT scan, and that's going to differentiate which episodes is he having. Is he having a sinusitis attack? Sinusitis, how the fuck you say that shit? Or a rhinitis attack. Go get a CAT scan, ER, whatever the hell. As well as he did a personal statement. He finally listened to your boy because he was all over there believing that the VA is going to help him out. But hey, the VA is not here to help us out. They're here to cause headaches. There's always a headache when VA is associated with anything. Doesn't matter if you're going to the DMV to get your disabled veteran plates, or if you're going to the CAT card office to get your 100% permanent total ID. It's always a headache. Everything is not what it seems. So my buddy, he did all that. He, service connected with that. He had diagnosis for both sinusitis and rhinitis. He had a personal statement for both. He had buddy statements from people at work as well as from his spouse, kids. Hey, he had CAT scans. Long medical history of having both disabilities. So when he filed that claim, he got both service connected. Now, if y'all like this type of content, now here we go. Then that's when you fucking hit that like and subscribe. Get your boy. He ain't got to subscribe. You already here, you already looking at it. Come on, get your boy up. It's 2023 year of vet, 100% permanent total. And if you're 100% and you're not, no. And if you're at 100% permanent total, or if you're not, check out my student loan forgiveness program video. For those veterans who are not at 100%, but they're utilizing SSI or SSDI, you'll still be able to qualify for the student loan forgiveness, as well as if you have a terminal illness or disability. Hey, maybe your rhinitis or sinusitis is taking you out for the next 5 to 7 years. You'll be able to apply for the student loan forgiveness program, get out of debt, get back in the fight. Hey, this Debo out. Salute.